the universe. A vast expanse of space and matter. It's all that we see and all that we know, and Scrat is the most powerful being in it. Yeah, you heard me right. Scrat is the most powerful being in the entire universe, and it's not even close. Scrat, the acorn-loving squirrel, is the pinnacle of intelligence, endurance, and strength. So how would we survive if this furry supervillain decided to attack Earth? Zero self-control, and a 100% chance to accidentally obliterate Earth, this prehistoric rodent committed his fair share of earth-shattering crimes. Single-handedly breaking apart continents to destroying entire planets, Scrat is definitely an Avengers-level threat. And these are only a few of the small offenses he's committed. The Earth has been around for over 4 billion years, so it must be pretty hard to destroy, right? Wrong. Well, that's if you have an acorn-loving criminal mastermind. Scrat may seem friendly, but secretly he is 20th Century Fox's greatest supervillain. Attempting to obliterate the Earth on multiple occasions, Scrat is definitely a threat to mankind. So, would Earth survive? And how would we contain such a threat? Well, there's a few solutions that may just ensure our survival. Trying to manipulate Scrat's love for acorns is a good start. Keeping this super squirrel occupied may be the solution. Otherwise, he might accidentally split our planet in half. In Ice Age, Scrat's tendency to cause events of mass destruction revolve around one thing: an acorn. From shattering glaciers to wiping out entire civilizations, when there's an acorn and there's a Scrat, it's time to run. If we have any chance at survival, our priority would be at making sure Scrat never finds his acorn. But how would we stop Scrat from reuniting with his beloved acorn? After all, he's shown how easily he can destroy Earth, so what would keep out this supercharged rodent? If we were to build a giant anti-Scrat fortification, how powerful would it need to be? Would we need a giant medieval castle, an entire army, or just a few extra Scrat hunters? Luckily, Ice Age handed us the answer to defeating the seemingly indestructible Scrat. Scrat has survived many occasions that would kill any human. Falling straight to the center of the Earth with not a single burn mark, having his muscles torn off his body, and still standing up. Scrat managing to dodge light shows he moves at light speed. If this isn't enough to convince you of Scrat's godlike status, he also survived a black hole. Yes, a black hole, the ones that tear and compress your body infinitely over and over again for all eternity. And Scrat emerged unscathed. Add fire-resistant, super-strength, and black hole-resistant to the list of Scrat's immunities. The common factor? The acorn. Scrat is much like Superman, however drawing his power not from a giant ice fortress, but a tiny oak nut. Scrat by himself is weak, but when combined with this acorn, his real power is unleashed. Scrat's most powerful display of strength is forcing his way into the center of the Earth. If you look closely, he barely touches the mountain, causing it to immediately split in two. But Scrat's strength isn't his most powerful trait. Learning the entire English language from a single sign to building an entire time machine, Scrat has proved time and time again that he is genius. Existing since the dawn of time to creating the solar system, Scrat is definitely playing God. Scrat is so powerful that even the firepower of mankind would have no effect on him. Our best chance against him would be to turn our attention to his acorn. Scrat is no ordinary squirrel, but from what we know, his acorn is just any ordinary acorn. Unlike Scrat, the acorn can be destroyed by fire, black holes, and near enough anything. Our solution could be to go on a worldwide hunt to exterminate acorns. If there's no acorns, there's no superpowered Scrat, and mankind lives on. However, this would be an impossible task, considering there are over 121 million oak trees in England alone, each dropping over 10,000 acorns. Our last hope would be devoting all of our forces to separate Scrat and his acorn in one last stand. If Scrat were to reunite with his beloved acorn, half of humanity is sure to be snapped out of existence. But keeping this super-powered squirrel away isn't an easy task. Building a supersized anti-Scrat fortress wouldn't work. Scrat would simply obliterate any defense we could construct. Adopting the idea of guerrilla warfare, the same tactics used by the Vietnamese against the far more powerful USA in World War II. Simply, it entails using a stealth approach instead of pure brute force. Facing the enemy head-on isn't an option when they are a super-powered squirrel. Instead, a series of stealth hit-and-run attacks in an attempt to diverge Scrat from his source of power. With some tactical thinking and a hint of luck, we may be able to defeat the almighty Scrat. But what would happen if there wasn't just one Scrat, but over 200 million of them? If every garden squirrel became a powerful supervillain, what would we do? With all the Scrats, we would have to use the Scrats to destroy the Scrats.
I use the stones to destroy the stones.
With each Scrat desperate for an acorn, there's sure to be a breakout of fights. Oops, maybe this was a bad idea. Each Scrat with enough power to destroy Earth many times over, fighting all at once, is a recipe for disaster. Each fight sending shockwaves across the Earth, we would definitely be sent flying through the cosmos. Well, it seems Scrat is just too powerful for us puny humans. If squirrels ever realize their true potential, Earth will be doomed. But that isn't the only doom our planet is facing. How about a giant imperial Death Star instead of our moon? Surely there couldn't be any dangerous effects there, right? Well, that's a question for another "Is it possible?"